Uh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, here we are for round 4. We've got Landon Hawks coming back again, and we got God damn it, got to change the name on the right. It is not Jerry Tondini. Jerry Tondini is actually in here with us.
Yay, I'm in here.
On the right is Michael Dashner.
Two of us are 3-0. We took the draw to go into the top 8. I need Landon to win this game to put me at number 1.
Alright, let these fuckers know. Whenever you're ready. Alright. Yeah, I haven't seen Shadow in a long time. I think there's a lot of potential builds for Shadow. There always have been. Nobody's really been on it for a long time.
Shadow's been in a tough spot because it can't really deal with Solitude.
It can't. So there's a. I think it makes enough sense for a Shadow deck to just play Spellskite to solve that problem.
Yeah.
It's a life loss enabler and just eats all of the exile.
And it's not like you're casting Shadow on turn 1 anyways, so
exactly.
Why not? Yeah, I like it.
I think that's always, in my mind, that'd be the go-to if I were to build a Shadow deck again. Which, I don't think that's the case.
I've seen them play it in the past.
Yeah.
I've also
it makes sense. It's like
out of the board.
It's an incidental thing that just makes your Shadow as big as you want it to be, and it blocks, I don't know, monkeys and all the other shit. So, it makes sense to me. But
So if I were to play a Shadow deck, I'd be interested in Jund Shadow. I'm into both having access to Ragavan Orcish Bowmaster, as well as 4 copies of Invasion of Ikoria, using its mode to pay 3 green, and then X being 1 to find Shadow, but also just have the option to pay 4, X being 2 in this case, to find Vampire Hexmage to have an alternate win condition.
Yeah, it's not bad. I've always liked Mardu Shadow. Everybody knows I'm a huge fan of white cards, so I'm a huge fan of Ranger Captain of Eos to go get the Shadow. Instead of trying to cheat him in, just have a value card to go get him. Right, so
both these guys know what they're playing, so he put a Fatal Push on the bottom of this mulligan to 6.
All right, digging in for some cards. Probably lead with a Consider. No, he's leading with a Thoughtseize.
Yeah, he wants information now. He don't need to consider here because he's got his mana fixed. He had a Shockland, Fetchland, so he's solid.
You also know that you're not really taking anything. Like, you're not taking anything that matters.
Not really, but I mean, so it's a gamble that you might get a card that matters.
You also have probably 2 or 3 cards in his hand that you just don't know what those cards actually are because they're just going to get cycled.
Yeah.
So his hand could very well be completely different in a turn. Well, that's not how it turns out this game. But.
Yeah, and that is the gamble. I like taking the Force.
You can take the Force here, so.
But yeah, no, for sure, the hits are weird. Hand Disruption against this deck is super fucking weird.
It doesn't typically work out the way you want to unless it's like Grief Scamming shenanigans into Voidwalker.
I think he drew a Street Wraith here.
Yep.
And that's going to get cycled.
I do not agree with this cycle off the top.
No?
Knowing Dash, he probably has a Nile Spellbomb in there. So you can sandbag the Street Wraith after cascading, let him pop his Nile Spellbomb, let him draw his card, blow up your yard, respond, cycle Street Wraith for value.
Yeah.
Street Wraith is ultra valuable in this matchup, being that he already naturally makes his own swamps.
Alright, I see a Drone. I think, yeah, it's a Drown the Lock. So Drown the Lock and a Consider Still. And the discard on the Whale. That super sweet Whale. Love that card.
Big Mamma Jamma. Throws Generous Ent in the bin. So he's got a big yard.
Alright. Is he... No, he can't be jamming it now, can he?
You do it at instant speed.
No, and you do, but he might not be.
Right.
Okay, he is. Okay, cool. He's doing it right.
Matter of fact,
still gonna get
he's got a polluted Delta right now, so if Dash screws this up, he has an opportunity to fire off his Cascade. Dash did not screw this up. He paid his 2 life.
Right.
So he is around living end this turn.
Yeah, so he gets the counterspell, then build up a good turn with expressive iteration.
He's gonna fire Violent Outburst here. I agree with this play, 100%.
I mean, it's just the only play to do, really.
Yeah.
Especially since
Make your opponent have it.
off.
Obviously, we're super cheating. We know he has it.
There's only a handful of those artworks that I can just snap recognize, and that's one of them.
Glad you could, because I didn't.
That's way better when you actually see it up close.
I still
pretty
know
cool.
what it is.
It's drawn in the lock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's only a handful that I've been like
What'd he
actually
draw?
commit to memory.
Did he draw another one?
I drew land.
Okay.
That
I
was
mean, that's
Fury.
fine. He's on. How much did you pay for that Fury?
That is
Oh,
too
Not
bad.
enough.
Hey, wait a minute.
doing,
I
man?
don't think so.
You crazy guy.
I wish Fury cost 4.
Jesus.
Shit, I'm in. Make it better. Why not?
That's the most damning of the pitch elementals.
So at this point, Landon
No,
needs to be just
grief.
casting his idiots.
No,
Every
grief
turn.
isn't. Fury locks out an entire archetype.
Fury does not let Aether Vial decks exist.
Fury doesn't let any tribal or creature aggressive decks exist. Fury locks out several decks of the
I
format.
think the only tribal deck that even sees play is Merfolk because it's such a blowout against Cascade Piles. Like, we can't beat it. There's nothing we can do against that deck. He considers a land away, draws a card. Snapcaster, he's in.
Snapper.
All right.
So does he commit to actually expressiving here?
I think so. I mean, you know that he just tried to play Fury,
Right.
so
Yeah,
he doesn't have
yeah.
anything else.
He might actually commit to snapping a consider.
Actually, he just drew an outburst, so I think Mike made the right decision.
Yeah, right. 100%.
I mean, yeah, in hindsight, it is
In
whatever for
hindsight,
us,
he,
but
So,
good thing. I think it's probably worth it to be patient in this match.
sure.
So
if you're Landon, you jam Fury. Make him have it. Or don't. Crap.
he did not.
I'm not a fan of that. Does he fire it? Yeah, he's going to fire it here. At least he's made a decision. Didn't sit there and do nothing.
Well, and it's going to get snap drowned.
But he gets to play a Fury and punch the snap in the face
Yeah,
and
exactly.
threaten life
So
total.
it's this is going to be a good back and forth for a turn. And then Mike gets to expressive iteration with a shit ton of mana and probably be in a pretty good spot after that. Because like the Fury is whatever against this deck. He has answers for that. I would have to imagine.
Here comes the snap. Here comes the counterspell. We agree. Fetch. Go to 9. Verdant Catacombs. That's wrong, but whatever. I think it's just what he has.
I mean, probably. Fetches are often what people have.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's fine, because it
Living
still
in
works.
specifically
And that's the
once.
power of fetches, is what you have most of the time.
Yes.
It's still
Right.
fine.
It's just okay.
Yep.
You really want Misty Rainforest, so unless he's playing it as a 5th copy, and I'm just not. I don't know his
He
list.
could
like
be. All right.
that.
Another
Do
outburst.
it. Do
Just
it.
fucking off
It's
the
time.
top.
Don't. Come on. Just do it. Hell yeah. All right.
Hello, RNG. Yes. So nice to meet you.
RNGesus.
Yeah, I mean,
That's how you beat Shadow. Start flipping your deck over and over.
just top deck the things you need exactly when you need them.
Does he
That's
have
usually how people win.
Does he have? Yeah, that's his format. Does he have Spell Pierce or Flusterstorm in hand?
Spell Pierce wouldn't even
I
matter.
did
He's
not
got
see
three
them.
mana.
Just, yeah, Flusterstorm wouldn't because it's only 3 spells.
Yeah, no, nothing would matter. He needs. Yeah, there's nothing that's gonna stop this. This is happening.
Hilarious. He like sideboarded it out. Oh. Whoa.
Okay, he's out of living ends. He plays 3. We know the magic number.
All right. Well, he's gonna get a pretty healthy.
He's not me.
Board
I
here.
played 4.
I'll be surprised if there's any way to deal with a full board from living or from Dust Shadow.
Not in the
I
main.
can't imagine there
No
is.
way.
What all he got here? Waker of Waves,
No
I know
way,
is in the
shape, or
list.
form.
Generous Ant, Street. Yeah, he ain't got nothing for this.
Yeah.
Make some.
That's a
He gets
lot.
2 foods out of this.
You could probably just concede now if you're done.
I would say so. It makes sense to me. I would do so.
Like I can't imagine his best a run of the best possible cards winning him the game.
He could have a Damnation in his deck somewhere.
I would be surprised if he has Damnation.
I got Damnated earlier today.
Yeah, but that was a deck that made sense. Here, I don't know what he could.
He played a card in it that didn't make sense, but all right. He got it to do a thing.
All right, got big board. All right, Dash.
Preordain.
Well, if he's
Expressive
gonna
iteration.
if there's an answer, he should be having a chance to find it. I don't think there is one in there, but you know.
I believe Dash is supposed to fetch here.
Yes, fetch Preordain.
Yeah, he could. He didn't play a land yet, did he?
No.
Expressive iteration is also just as good.
Well, I think you probably do both. Like, get the fetch out of the way first, so that way when you do play expressive, you can still play a land when you hit it. You'll probably hit a land. And that's the worst feeling with that card is when you can't hit that land off of it.
All right, so he's just firing it off. Drown in the Lock, Murktide Regent, Orcish Bowmaster.
Well, none of those are going to do anything.
Orcish
buys him
blocks
the
for a
turn.
Yeah, I mean,
He
it
gets to go.
turns-
Does he have a land
Yeah,
in hand?
it doesn't do anything to get him out.
That's
Yes,
he
he does have a land in hand.
Okay,
a
so he
Band-Aid.
can actually just cast both of those if he wants to.
Yeah, it's just a Band-Aid.
Does he scoop up?
Oh, he's checking the graveyard.
Okay.
So, 3 living ends in the bin.
He does not have Oliphant.
I mean, yeah, there's 3 living ends in the bin can give you some gusto to try to maybe fight through this shit. But
It's worth
still
it now.
super
The-
ill-fated.
The iteration was good enough to buy him a turn. I'm here for it. I think what's his life total?
I think he's at 10,
Okay.
if I remember.
So he would
let's find out.
effectively
Yep, 10.
fetch and then find a basic, play the shock land, cast both idiots.
God,
He'll put
dude.
Murktide in
So
exile.
Street Wraith is swamp walking
Yes.
anyway, so that's getting through.
And he blocks the rest.
He blocks the rest, true, but he loses everything but the guy. He has 3 more coming out of next turn.
yeah, it's
After-
he has to have a sweeper next turn,
Yeah.
and he's not gonna have a sweeper next turn because this is Grix's shadow.
Like, if he next turn draws expressive iteration and is somehow able to play another big Murktide region. I
Did
don't
he?
know.
Did he have a 2-mana removal spell?
I
In
don't
hand,
think that he did,
no.
but
Is that Drown in the Lock?
In the top 3, it is.
Okay. Okay, he chose to do it this way. So he took the Murktide and Bowmaster.
Yeah, with this line, you definitely got to just go ahead and commit to.
You could
Murktide.
also, because you know he's out of living ends now, he could have also taken the removal spell and punched Waker Waves. Bowmaster to block 2 Ents, take you 3. And you have another iteration and Preordain to do some stuff.
I think I like that less than getting a big boy on the field. Who can-
Right.
Yeah, I think the big boy is going to be
I think that's
important.
step
How big
one.
is it going to be?
Well, both of those are 0-1s right now.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
So,
we're never
1,
thinking about trading with
2,
these guys.
3.
These guys are here to
4.
be speed bumps.
So he'd have a 7/7 Murktide?
Fetch. Yep.
I think you have to try to kill one of these creatures on the block.
Fetch, shock, play shock, yeah. And it's fine.
Yeah.
Murktide's going to be big. I don't think it's big enough to trade with Waker. Might be, well, if it's big enough to trade with Waker, it's big enough to trade with an Ent. So we'll see. I see 5 spells. So he does have a Murktide Regent that gets 5 counters. It's a 7/7. So
This is playing with fire for sure.
2, 3, 4, 2 lands. Never
Okay, so
mind.
it's gonna be a
So
5/5.
4/4.
Or-
5/5. You're right. Sorry, forgot. It's a 3. It's actually a 3/3.
Yeah. So it'll be a 5/6 here with a Waker.
So he has a turn.
So it could.
How big
I
are
mean,
the ents?
they're
5/7s.
5/7, so he
That's what I
can
thought.
it can successfully just chump an Ent. Not, I mean, just
But not getting any
In
creature
concept.
off the battlefield is.
Kind of bad.
yeah.
I think
it
he needed
is.
to have the Murktide be big enough somehow to get some.
No,
off the
he
battlefield.
really did.
And you could argue then, well, he should have just taken the removal spell, but that doesn't gain him board presence.
Yeah, I think it's fine, but it's doomed. He just needs a sweeper more than anything.
Is this an Otawara? I feel like he's tapping 4 for an Otawara. Or
No,
tapping 5 for... Oh, he's playing
it's
Fury.
Oh yeah, okay, it's over.
Play the
Yeah,
Fury.
yeah, it's a super over.
We're good.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah, we're done here.
All right.
I love how he had that in his hand the whole time, so we all knew that was the answer anyway. We just didn't think about it.
Yeah. I'm more interested in how does Dash get out of this.
Yeah, truth is, Dash doesn't get out.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Fury.
He was just doomed. He was doomed.
So
Fucking-
sideboard from Dash now is what matters entirely.
Yes.
Spell Pierce comes in.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Rakdos Charm comes in.
I dig the Rakdos charm.
That's-
Luster
Luster Storms come
Storm,
in.
yeah, for
Chalices come in.
Are those
I mean-
Dothies? Do they not?
Dolphy is too
Mm,
slow, actually. I mean, you can play it, but
If he had it,
I
I,
thought
would
those were
play
hidden
it.
Turok. I thought
Those-
those
yeah,
were
those are
Turok Dread
Toroks.
Cancer.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. If he had Douthies, I would. Well,
They're a lot better on the play, so
yeah,
it's playable.
they are. But if you got dead shit anyway, like, it's better than a dead removal spell.
Well, especially the Death Shadow deck, you make creatures big enough to block and like go into combat against 1 or 2 of his fatties. So if the Dothy can even take a few guys away from his living end,
Right.
Yeah,
it could be enough.
exactly.
And check the TCG.
Okay.
So Landon's considering 2 Subtlety and a Brazen Borrower. Seems fine.
Yeah, I think Mike's got exactly.
He's gonna probably get got by a Chalice. I can see it coming. I would not play around it, to be honest with you. Like I'm not thinking they're gonna bring in Chalice, so he probably gets me here.
It's a good card.
But he made the correct cuts. You cut Waker Waves.
All right. Dash is.
I think he should cut his living ends again.
the bolts.
Cut the living ends. You'll never
Dash
resolve
needs
it.
needs to pull these bolts.
I don't know actually. I
You don't know
think
about
you
the
pull
bolts?
Bowmasters. And
bolts just
Dreadhorde
for reach?
Arcanist. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's way Dreadhorde for sure. That's way too slow.
No, you leave bolts in.
Just for finishing power.
Yeah,
that-
you can kill your opponent.
Because he has snaps. Like,
Better
he's
than
doing the
better than
bullshit.
Fatal Push. Better than Dreadhorde Arcanist.
The fact that he can snap them back.
Yeah, I mean, if he had more things to bring, I still
if he
think
did-
it's.
I think I still might prefer the other option, but having snaps in there does make bolts a lot more valuable.
Yeah, they're fine, and it's a matter of what he has to take out versus what he has to bring in. If he
Cutting,
if he had more things to bring in, I think the bolts would be on the
Cutting a
chopping block
Murktide?
for me.
Oh no. Cutting a it looked like
There's a Murktide in that pile he was just looking at.
I thought it was a Bowmaster. I hate foils.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure it was a Murktide, but hopefully he'll look through it again.
And Bowmasters are for sure are dog shit here.
Not necessarily.
Well, because of the cycling.
It's timing.
it's
If
not-
if it lines up,
So it's not even that. What happens? What will sometimes happen is a Bowmaster player will get slick and they'll Bowmaster their own Bowmaster to put it in the bin to get it back to give them 2 blockers. Then they'll set themselves up for another Bowmaster trick.
that's what I said
That's what
earlier.
you said earlier, but I said just play it after the thing.
I've lost to that a few times. Just because you don't not attack his living end, you gotta turn him sideways. Because if you don't, they're gonna turn their Furies into you. So that's more of a scam issue though, less so of that
Yeah.
being here. So I think it's less appealing here because we're not playing scam.
Sean, I think you should get on the radio and ask Dasher if he took out a Murktide.
We need like code to
But
speak.
I would put $5 down on that being a Murktide. I'm almost certain.
I'm hoping that it was. I don't. We'll find out.
I don't understand taking a Murktide out myself.
I
That's
don't.
the only thing that.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, but I was pretty sure that's what it was. Unless he's thinking his opponent's going to bring in Graveyard Hate and it's not going to be good. I don't know why your opponent would bring in Graveyard Hate.
No.
Trying
Out
to
of
think.
this
Why
deck.
would I bring in Leyline of the Void in this matchup? I
Oh.
wouldn't.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. Like
that
I
hand
don't
is
think
trash.
I'd bring in
Auto
Endurance,
throwaway there.
Sure.
but that's not really Grave Hate. That's more of a Plan B. That's because sometimes the
Alright.
Shadow player just has it
Landon's
all.
got a living end in hand.
That's probably won't make it to turn 3. How many discard
He
spells
has
does
a
the Shadows
grief.
deck
Oh, his
play?
hand is great.
yeah.
I would
he's-
snap
okay
this
with
off.
with a grief for sure. He
Oh
can
my.
pitch the extra living end.
Spell Pierce, Smirktide, Bolt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're keeping
That's
this.
good.
That's
And Mike's on the play. Or no? Yeah.
I see Flusterstorm as well.
Yep,
So he's
on the play.
it's a game. He's
Yeah,
not
no, this
getting
is
blown
good.
out. Okay, he might get blown out. Big old maybe. Basic Island. Yeah. Grief. Show me the goods. Stern Dismissal. Does he have it?
He had it in his sideboard. He didn't bring it in. This would have been perfect.
Yeah, would have been
Time
great.
for it. He had counter spells for everything else.
Oh, that's gross. That's 2 Spell Pierces. I know.
info too. One living end down.
Yeah. Take the Flusterstorm.
Yeah, take the one that's different.
Take the one that you can pay past and then counter the other one. So Dash has a lot of time.
Here's fetch. And so Landon's working with
Landon's got Violent Outburst, Shardless Agent, Steam Vents.
Instruct Riverwinder, I think. Or it could be Curator.
Doesn't matter.
1 mana blue cycler. Yeah.
Draws card.
1 mana blue cycler. It's either a 4/4 or a 5/5. One of the two.
Would anyone like a Modelo?
Why are you like, just, you don't want it?
I bought a case to pass them out to people.
Okay.
Sure,
Well,
I'll take a
I'm
Modelo.
drinking other beer, but I'll take a Modelo.
I like Mexican beer.
Beer if it is not ice cold.
That's
Me?
fine. Bring me
No, I
Modelo.
don't.
I'll take it. Thank you.
You have bad teeth. You don't give a fuck about temperature.
Fuck. I've been to Germany.
Room temperature is perfect.
All Germany
is.
drinks is hot beer anyways. Nasty fuckers. I mean, hey.
All right.
And that's why Wizards would ban us.
Oh yeah, no. If Wizards ever paid actual attention to our store, we would lose our sanctioning in like a fucking second. It wouldn't even take any time. You guys curse and drink whiskey and there's tits on all your tokens? What is this? Get out of
What
here.
is this now?
This is a game for 13-year-olds.
All right, he's in.
No, this is a game for 13-year-olds. Is that why your
Have
your
you been to-
anniversary
have you
present
been-
was a grand?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I
well,
mean, hey, man, that's what they say. Like that's who they're
Have you-
catering to. So I don't know.
Have you been to an open recently? I'm the average age participant.
Yes, dude.
I'm fucking
that's-
33.
Yeah. The people that really play Magic are in their 30s to 50s.
Mhm.
Just saying.
Bunch of
But,
fucking old guys.
You know, they don't want to acknowledge that. They don't want to acknowledge that at all.
A whole lot of nothing's been happening while we've been talking about
Yeah,
this
not
stuff,
a
huh?
lot. No.
That's the other reason I like Pokemon. The age range is awesome. You can play someone in the Masters division between the
Yeah,
ages
here's
of
a pitch
18 to
brief.
55. I've seen it all.
And we're gonna see. Yeah, Mike have nothing to say about it.
Did you want one, Chris?
Oh, no, thank you. I appreciate the offer, though.
It's a pop top.
Hey, we're getting to the
Oh, if
stage
you,
where fighting
The
through
hell
these
is this?
counter
Oh,
spells.
okay, I see it.
They are like those
So
counter
I'm
spells
trying
mean
to, like,
next to
open
nothing
the
in
beer.
this match, basically.
What are we?
They should have been clutch, and they mean complete dick.
What are we tapping mana for here?
What's that?
Ooh.
I think he might be cascading and just plan to know that he's getting this one countered, and then he'll cascade again next turn.
If you want
Right.
an IPA,
You do it with Violent
sometime,
Outburst, though.
you got 'em in here.
Yeah,
So this is a misplay.
yeah. I understand the reasoning, but I don't like the fact that you only have 3. You're now this next living end. It has everything on it.
Yeah,
Like if he draws a counterspell, you're fucked.
What's the rest of his hand, though?
let's find out.
Because it's starting to look like it's go time. Play idiots.
Is absolutely
Absolute air. Okay.
that I can think of to have not have end stepped. And then, mind you, with the counter spells in Dasher's deck, it probably won't actually affect anything, but it was just wrong.
Oh, these bolts
Oh, he's
don't
out of counterspells.
really mean anything.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's what the play was for. It's really
Did it backwards.
yeah.
Getting rewarded for bad plays. Dot magic.
At least not getting punished. The end result is the same.
And what do we got in Landon's graveyard? 4 cards, 2 are creatures probably. A Riverwinder.
I think there's a grief in there.
2 grief, 1
You should
grief.
also probably be doing this in upkeep.
Oh, he's attacking first.
I get that, but like I don't think he's going to wait for Dasher's upkeep, and that's minor, but If you
And
waited
is this
for-
going to be the third living end here?
Yes.
And it's not going to be good enough.
Oh no, it's gonna be good. He's only got 2 bolts in his hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if one thing out of his graveyard is going to die to a bolt.
2 things. He's got 2 griefs in his graveyard and
What?
2 bolts in Dasher in his hand, as long as Dasher has 2 red, and it looks like he does. Yeah, I don't know. If
Getting
Dasher draws
weird.
decent, this is not good enough. I don't think.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on the variance here. We're going to
He
find
accidentally
out.
ticked his life
Yeah,
total
he needs to
down.
make sure he takes his life back up. I want to say that. Ask him if he accidentally hit his life total. I thought it was 18.
It was 18.
Life total 18.
He hit it with his pad. I watched it happen. Or not pad, the deck.
He hit it when he put his deck down. You can just tell him you hit it when you put your deck down. Like,
It's all right. I think they're just working through it. Let them work through it.
well, they're wondering where the damage came from. It's like it's not that we were tracking it right.
Hang
We
on, I'll be
accidentally
back.
hit the pad. You're fine.
Yeah, I mean if he just has, I'm gonna see exactly what he has to animate here. Okay, that's better than I thought it
Yeah.
was. That's pretty bad.
Oh, let's see here.
It's pretty, but like a single Murktide.
So
Yeah, a
Bolt
single
here kills 2
Murktide.
things. He's got to play them both, obviously.
Oh yeah, that's not a question. But then a good Murktide off the top
Could be good enough.
yes, could very, very easily be good.
Yeah.
enough.
He is not out. Not out of this yet. God damn it. Zap zap.
Pow. Pow. They're
So
dead.
you spread those griefs out like you could save yourself. It's not gonna happen. You're dead.
All right. So he's got a couple dummies. So now this is all about what Dash draws. Good shit.
He has 2 turns.
Landon did announce his food, but he did
Okay.
the thing I hate.
Okay.
He put it off to the bottom
Uh-huh.
corner.
Preordain. Let's see if this card earns its merit.
Snapcaster Bolt. That kills. No, it doesn't do. It doesn't.
It
kill.
doesn't,
Doesn't
it
do
doesn't do
shit.
anything. It doesn't do anything.
Oh, does he have a land in hand?
No,
he has
nothing in hand. Nothing in hand.
Okay.
I think you
Pitch,
you
pitch.
gamble. You
I mean,
gotta-
Snap could like chump,
Yeah, but
that's
I
not
mean,
good enough
yeah,
by any
that's-
means. There's no drown
So you're in the
lock.
same spot next turn.
Yeah,
with rest
no,
of
just pitch those things. Bottom.
bottom.
Pitch those
bottom.
things. Hit, drown, and lock. Let's go.
Yep.
He has real things to hit for sure.
Pitch it and hope.
Although what sucks is if he hits a shadow, like the shadow is pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
Really. Ah,
What do you got? Oh, come on, man.
god
Oh
damn your
my
hat.
God. This isn't poker. Like, hold your hand up.
You know there are cameras. We have to see. Yeah, we can't cast.
Tom bought Modelo's. Damn, I gotta buy beer next 2 weeks from now. Shit. John, are you playing no ban list?
I can't play shit. I'll be doing coverage.
Okay, shit.
Which no ban list coming up. Come play at Take Action with no ban list modern. It's always fun. I should have sweet, if not tokens ready, sweet prints of either of werewolf and zombies.
I'm really not a fan of the waiting to consider on your opponent's turn.
Huh?
Why would he wait to consider? Like, what if he draws Preordain? What if he draws, and now he's going to be down a man on his next turn? And
he's
he's
dead
Yeah,
anyways.
Yeah, that's it anyway.
He drew Preordain, so he could have cast it on his own turn and had
All right.
4 mana the next
It
turn.
wouldn't get him out of anything.
No, it might have. Like, that could have been, like, it was just wrong, though.
I don't disagree with that.
Okay.
I mean, like efficiency in play is absolute, but really, he had nothing. He had
No.
nothing to get. He had no.
Once the living end
There was
resolved.
no sweepers. We didn't see any sweepers. Yeah.
I do want to ask him if he took that Murktide out, though, because I really think he did.
All right. Well, that was that, and next we're getting cut.
Good games.
They were good games. They were much more engaging than some of the games we've had.
Living envy, living end.
Yeah, that
Hey,
was not
man,
engaging at all.
It didn't help that there was a big skill gap there in the mirror match.
Yeah, no, that did not help at all, and I talked about that. Yeah, that's a huge thing. So, all right, we'll be back in a little bit. Stay tuned.
Yeah. Yeah.